Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing our weekly technical analysis of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom. We believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of where Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrency markets are going. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin. I've been away for a while. We had a family vacation, and then Bitcoin dumped. And I was thinking about making a video last week. But what I wanted to do, though, was to kind of step back. There's been a lot of negativity on Twitter and a lot of the other groups. So people who were once all these like paid groups, like people who were once saying that Bitcoin is going to go to 25, 50,000, 100,000, are now saying that it's going to go down. They changed their mind quickly after this drop after 6,000. So then there's all these calls about how these people are fake, etc. And so that's totally understandable, and that's why I wanted to give some people a break. Because we need to step back and see where things are on a larger time frame, and that's what I've always said before. So if you've been following us, you know that we are not believers in hodling. We did not make any calls for Bitcoin going up to 25, 50,000, 100,000. Over the last few months, we've said one thing and one thing only, that as of now, it looks like Bitcoin is going down. One of our most important videos was how to hedge on BitMEX, right? How to go short. The idea of why you should go short. There's so much negativity out there. What we want to do now is, after the dust has settled, we want to just show you how to trade better, and that's the key, right? It's about if you listen to what I said before, our main goal here is to help as many people achieve their goal of financial freedom. We believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. Not hodling, trading. And that's the key. If you want to hodl, that's fine. Then don't ever look at a chart, right? Buy Bitcoin now, right, at 3,500, and then just walk away. If you really believe it's going to go to 100, 200,000, right, just keep on buying the dips and just wait things out. But if you want to trade, right, you can follow us and see what we have to say. It's not that we're right, a lot, right, or all the time. It's just that we're right enough to make money, and our calls have been pretty good. When I said this was a sideways market, it was a sideways market. When I said it was going down, it was going down, and that's why, because I don't want to be the one who said I told you so, and that's why I wanted to take a step back. So one of the things that, if you look at this chart on Bitcoin, and this is on just a regular chart, you see that in 1 year it went up and it came back down, right? And this has all happened in 1 year. So what happens a lot, and I've said this before, is that too many crypto traders use log scale, right? You can't do that, because when you look at it log scale on a weekly basis, where's the market going? It looks like it's still going up, channeled for a while, and the big major dip is really not all the way, right? So it really can go all the way down here, which is 1,200. So it looks like it's still going higher and higher and higher. But when you take off log scale, you look at it, and you see that this was just one gigantic moonshot up, and then disaster, on the way down. So let's look at the daily charts, and let's see what happened. So over the summer, I was saying that we were in a nice big range. For most of the summer, we were here. And if you look at it, so throughout the fall, we were here. This spike here is the Bitfinex bank issues that people were having. And then over here, this is when Lagarde and the IMF said that nations might create their own cryptocurrencies. And then after that, it broke 6,000 on a technical level, went all the way down. 4,500 was my call to the downside. It broke that. And now, if you've been following us on Twitter, you know that I've been saying that 4,500 was support, and now it is resistance. So let's look at it on a time frame wise, right? So you see it. So when it hit 4,500, it kind of went sideways for a couple days. Went below it, tried to come back up, hit it as resistance, and then now it's going back down. So here was support, and now it's resistance. Now looks like it's headed down. And if you look at it on a larger time frame, I said once again, it's 2,900 is the next level, 1,800 below that, 1,100, call it 1,200, and then 783, 480, 305. So when people, I'll show you Ether, because I've been, my calls for Ether were down into the double digits. If you've been following us, you know that. And I've been making most of my money on Ether, shorting it very, very aggressively. So if you look at it here, this little circle, this is when I started being very aggressive with Ether. And it went all the way down. When I said it was going to go down to 200, no one believed me. When I said it was going to go down all the way to like the 140 levels into the double digits, people thought, I was crazy, because Ether had been all the way up here. So now let's look at it. So in 1 year, it went all the way up and all the way down, right? So, I don't believe in like head and shoulders, double tops, all these other things. This looks like a, nice head and shoulders, over here. Then started going a little bit lower. It can go all the way down lower. But the thing is, you don't know this is a head and shoulders until it actually breaks over here. Then by then, it could be a little bit too late. But that is the key for me, right? Is that it went over here, it broke. This was major support, broke here. I thought to myself, man, if this thing breaks this level here, 383, right? See how it was resistance before, right? So let's look at it. That's what I said. On Bitcoin, what was once support is now resistance. Now here, this was resistance, Then it went up, now this was support. It went up, it went back down, now this was support. And I said to myself, if this breaks support, now it'll become resistance. And that's what happened. And then over here, same thing. Once it broke this little level here, 240 became resistance, right? And now here on Ether, it's looks like it's 140. And if it breaks more to the downside, our next levels are, a lot lower, right? 45 is the next level, right, to the downside. Right? Yes, 45. Half of where we're at now. And below that, it's 15. And below that is 945. Right? And then after 945, it's pretty much, where it started, around $6. So we'll see where Ether goes. I haven't been charting most of the other coins lately. The reason being is that, EOS to Bitcoin, Monero to Bitcoin, Icon, Enigma, 0x, I don't really feel the need to trade it, because it's all related to Bitcoin on Binance. And do you really want to own more Bitcoin, at this moment, right? So you can make money trading this stuff, but that's the thing. You're not really making money. What you're doing is you're making, Bitcoin. And so I've never been a big believer in Tether either. So, I was trying to accumulate some Bitcoin, but now all I'm doing is shorting. So basically what happens is that if you're doing like 0x to Bitcoin, then what you have to do is you also have to hedge Bitcoin, so that on a fiat level, right, you're actually making some money. Because until Bitcoin starts going up, there's no reason to own as much Bitcoin and to trade the other altcoin Bitcoin pairs. So for Bitcoin and Ether, those are the only two I've been trading lately. And right now, everything is going a little bit lower. So if we look at it on a smaller time frame here for Ether, right, you can see it. I have been tweeting out that the ranges are very, very nice, because before the ranges were pretty tight, but now you look at it and the ranges are like 10% in a day. And so before the ranges were like 4 or 5%, and you're trying to make a 2-3%. Now the ranges are at 10%, and now you can make 4 or 5%. And that's a day trading environment, and that's what I've been saying this whole time. So if you look at it on a technical level, in my opinion, it's still going down, and it has further downside to go, unless there's anything major that happens. I'm not talking about exchanges. People were excited about Backit, Fidelity, all these other companies, all these institutions that said, or people were hoping would push cryptos into the stratosphere, right? Go back into our YouTube channel and look at the myths that I talked about in the springtime. And one of the myths was institutions are coming into crypto, and I basically said no, they're not. Right, and I gave my reasons why, and it's been almost a year, and they still haven't come in, and right now they're leaving. Right, so you look at all the cryptocurrency funds that have closed down. Korea had some of the largest cryptocurrency funds, and now most of them are bankrupt. Right, and there are cases for cries for fraud from a lot of the investors. So who knows where the markets are going to go. But if you just look at it on technical level, you avoid the noise, listen to the charts. And right now the chart's saying it's going lower. Hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.